Good morning, students. Today we are going to see about the society and culture in ancient Tamilagam, the Sangam age. In previous video, we learned about Movendas, Chera, Sola, Pandya. But in this video, we are going to learn about the minor chieftains and the politics of Sangam age. The minor chieftains and the politics of Sangam age. Okay. The minor chieftains Hoy, Velir and Clark. The minor chieftains Hoy, Velir and Clark. Apart from three great kings, there were several brave independent minor chieftains. There were several brave independent minor chieftains. The name Hoy derived from the ancient Tamil word Ayar. The Hoy is derived from the ancient Tamil word Ayar, meaning shepherd. Among chiefs of Sangam age, Andiran, Tithiran and Nannan were the important names. Among chiefs the Sangam age, Andiran, Tithiran and the Nannan were the important names. The Velis are Velalars, constituted the ruling and land owning class in the ancient Tamilagam. Constitute the ruling and the land owning class in the ancient Tamilagam. The famous Velis were the seven patrons, Kadayelu Vallalgal. Seven patrons, Kadayelu Vallalgal. They were Pari, Kari, Ori, Bagan, Ay, Adiyaman and Nalli. Pari, Kari, Ori, Bagan, Ay, Adiyaman and Nalli. They were popular for their generous patronage of Tamil poets. Generous patronage of Tamil poets. Clar was the village chief. Clar was the village chief. So the A is derived from the Tamil word Ayar, meaning shepherd, and Velir, Vellalars. Clar was the village chief. Clar was the village chief. And Sangam polity, kingship. The kingship was the hereditary. The king was called Ko. It is a shortened form of the Kon. The shortened form of the Kon. Vendan, Kon, Mannan, Kotravan and Irivan were the other titles by which the king was addressed. Vendan, Kon, Mannan, Kotravan and Irivan. The eldest son of the reigning king. The eldest son of the reigning king. Reigning means a period during which something or somebody is dominant or powerful. So the reigning king generally succeeded to the throne, to the eldest son. Generally succeeded to the throne. Who is the eldest son? What is throne? A chair of a state of monarch. Throne is a chair of state of monarch. Okay. So the eldest son of the reigning king generally succeeded to the throne. And the coronation ceremony was known as Arasukattil Erudal. The coronation ceremony is known as Arasukattil Erudal or Mudisuttu Villa. The crown prince was known as Ko-Magan. The crown prince was known as Ko-Magan, while the young ones were known as Ilango. Ilango, Ilanjelian and Ilanjeral. Ilango, Ilanjelian and Ilanjeral. King held a daily darbar. Darbar means Nalavi. A daily darbar at which he heard all resolve and disputes, all the problems. He heard all the problems and resolved the disputes. The income to the state was through the taxes. The income to the state was through the taxes. Land tax was the main source of the revenue and it's called IRAI. It's called IRAI. This apart, the state collected tolls and customs, sangam, tributes and fines. Customs, tributes and fines. The kings and soldiers were over the heroic anklet. The kings and soldiers wore the heroic anklet. That means Veerakal. Veerakalal. Veerakalal. On the anklet, the name and achievement of the wearer were the blazoned. Were the bearer blazoned. Blazoned means decorate with the heraldic arms. Decorate with the heraldic arms. Were the blazoned. Spies were used not only to find out what was happening within the country, but also in the foreign countries. Spies were used not only to find out the what was happening within the country, but also in foreign countries. A wound in the back was considered a disgrace. Considered as disgrace. Disgrace is a state of dishonor. There are instances of kings fastening unto death because they had suffered such a wound in the battle. It's an instance of kings fastening unto death because they have suffered such a wound in the battle. And the court. The king's court was called Arasavi. The king's court was called Arasavi. The king occupied a ceremonious throne in the court called Aryane. The king occupied a ceremonious throne in the court called Aryane. In the court, the king was surrounded by officials, distinguished visitors and court poets. Distinguished visitors and court poets. The rulers had fivefold duties. The rulers had fivefold duties. They were encouraged learning, performing rituals, presenting gifts, protecting people, and punishing the criminals. They are performing rituals, presenting gifts, protecting people, and punishing the criminals and learning. Ambassadors. What is ambassadors? An informal representative from one country to another country. So the ambassadors were employed by the kings. They played a significant role. The king was assisted by a number of officials. They were divided into Ayembirgulu. That means Ayembirgulu. 5-member committee. 5-member committee and Emperor. 8-member group. 5-member committee, Ayembirgulu and Enbarayam, 8-member group. And army. The king's army consisted of 4 divisions, namely infantry. Infantry means an army unit consisting of soldiers who fight on foot. And cavalry. Troops trained to fight on horseback. Elephants and chariot force. Chariot force means a two-wheeled horse drawn battle vehicle used in war. Battle vehicle used in wars. So infantry, cavalry, elephants and chariot force. These are the 4 divisions of army. The army was known as Padai. The chief of the army is known as Thanai Thalivan. The chief of the army was known as Thanai Thalivan. The prominent weapons used during this period were sword, cadium, that means shield, thomaram, that means lance, thomaram, spears, bows and arrows. Thomaram is mentioned as missile to be thrown at the enemy from a distance. Thomaram is mentioned as a missile to be thrown at the enemy from the distance, a particular distance. It's thrown. The place where weapons are kept was known as Padaikottil. The place where the weapons were kept was known as Padaikottil. The forts were protected by deep moats and trenches. Moats, ditch, dug as fortification and usually filled with water. Moats as a ditch, dug as fortification and usually filled with water. Trenches, any long ditch cut in the ground. The war drum was worshipped as a deity. The war drum was worshipped as a deity. And law and justice. The king was the final authority for appeal. The king was the final authority for appeal. In the capital town, the court of justice was called Avai. The court of justice was called Avai. In the villages, Mandram served as the place for dispensing justice. Mandram served as the place for dispensing justice. In civil cases, the method of trial followed was to call upon the plaintiff. Plaintiff, a person who brings an action in a court of law. Plaintiff, to thrust his hand. Plaintiff, to thrust. What is thrust? A push forcefully. Push forcefully. So the method of trial followed was to call upon the plaintiff thrust his hand into a pot containing a cobra. If the cobra bite him, he was sentenced. If the cobra did not bite him, he was considered innocent and acquitted. So the punishment was always severe. Execution was ordered for the theft cases. The punishment awarded for other crimes included beheading, cutting head, mutilation of the offending limbs, destroy the limbs. So mutilation of the offending limbs of the body, torture and imprisonment and the imposition of fines. And the important towns: Pugar, Urayur, Korkai, Madurai, Musiri, Vanchi or Karur and Kanji. So important towns are Pugar, Urayur, Korkai, Madurai, Musiri, Vanchi or Karur and Kanji. Local administration. The entire kingdom was called Mandalam. Mandalam was divided into two Nadu. Puram was the subdivision of Nadu. The Ur was a village classified into Peru. Peru means big village. Situr, a small village. And Mudu. Mudu is a old village. So Mandalam, it's divided into Nadu. Kuram was subdivision of Nadu. The Ur was a village classified into Peru. Peru means big village. Sirur, small village. Mudu, old village. Depending upon its population. These are divisible by depending upon its population, size and antiquity. So Patina was the name for the coastal town. Patina was the name for the coastal town. And Pogar was the general term for the harbor town. Patina was the coastal town. Pogar is the harbor town. Okay. And Thinai, tract. Thinai based on Sangam society. The land form was divided into 5 Thinais, ecoregions. The land form was divided into 5 Thinais, ecoregions. Ecoregion. Thinai. Kurunji, landscape, palmyra flower. Occupation, hunting and gathering. People, Kuravar Kuratiyar, deity Murugan. People, Kuravar Kuratiyar, deity Murugan. And Mullai, landscape, forest region. Occupation, herding. People, Ayar Aichir, deity Mayon. Next, Marudam, riverine tract, plains. Occupation, agriculture. People, Ulavan Ulathir, deity Indran. The next, Neithal, coastal region. Occupation, fishing, salt making. People, Baradavar Nulathir, deity Varunan. And Palai, landscape, tortured land. Occupation, heroic deeds. Occupation, heroic deeds. People, Maravar Marathiyar and deity Kotravai. So these are the land form, the Thinai. These are the Thinai. Okay, the next. The land was classified according to its fertility. The land was classified according to its fertility. Marudam was called Menpulam, fertile land. Marudam was called Menpulam, fertile land. It produced paddy and sugarcane. The rest of the land kept excluding Neithal was called Venpulam. Excluding Neithal was called Venpulam, hard land, and it produced pulses and dry grains. It produced pulses and dry grains. Status of woman. There was no restriction for women in social life. There were learned and the wise women, 41 poets had lived and left behind their valuable works. The 40 women poets had lived and left behind their valuable works. Marriage was a matter of self-choice. Marriage was a matter of self-choice. However, chastity, karpu, was considered the highest virtue of woman. Considered the highest virtue of woman. Sons and daughters had the equal shares in the parents' property. Equal shares in the parents' property. Women poets of Sangam years. ஔவையார், வெள்ளிவீதியார், காக்கை பாடினியார், அதிமந்தியார், பொன்முடியார். ஔவையார், வெள்ளிவீதியார், காக்கை பாடினியார், அதிமந்தியார், பொன்முடியார். And the next, religious beliefs and social divisions. The primary deity of the Tamils was Seyon or Murugan. Seyon or Murugan. Other gods worshipped during the Sangam period were Sivan, Mayan, Mayan Vishnu, Indiran, Varnan, and Kotravi. The hero stone, Nadakal, worship was practiced. Buddhism and Jainism also coexisted. Buddhism and Jainism also coexisted. Caste did not develop in Tamilagam as it did in the northern India. Varuna system, occupation based caste, came to the Dravidian south comparatively late. Varuna system, that means occupation based caste, came to the Dravidian comparatively late. Next, Virakal and Nadukal. The ancient Tamils had a great respect for the heroes who died in the battlefield. The hero stones were erected to commemorate heroes who sacrificed their lives in war. So, the Virakal or Nadukal has a important things in the Sangam age. And dress and ornaments. The rich people wore mostly silk and fine cotton garment. The common people wore two pieces of cloth made of cotton. The Sangam literature refers to cloth which were thinner than the skin of snake. That means Kalingam. Women adorned their hair plaits with flowers. Both men and women wore a variety of ornaments. They were made of gold, silver, pearls, precious stones, conch shells, and beads. The people were fond of using aromatic perfumes. The people were fond of using aromatic perfumes. These are the dress and ornaments and arts. There are many references to the variety of musical instruments such as drum, flute, and yal. Karigal was the master of 7 notes music. Elisai Valavan. Elisai Valavan. Singing birds were called Panar, Verelier. Dancing was performed by Kanigir. Kuthu, folk drama, was the most important cultural practice of the people of Sangamiyas. Kuthu, the folk drama, was the most important cultural practice of the people of Sangamiyas. They developed the concept of Muttamil. L is a Nadagam. They developed the concept of the Muttamil. That means L is a Nadagam. Occupation. The major occupations of the people were agriculture, cattle rearing, fishing, and hunting. Other craftsmen like carpenter, blacksmith, goldsmith, and potters were also part of the population. Weaving was the most common part-time occupation of the farmers and a regular full-time job for many others. And Festivals and entertainments. People celebrate several festivals. The Harvest Festival, Pongal, and the Festival of Spring, Kartige, where some of them Indrivila was celebrated in the capital. There were many amusement and games. This included dances, festival, bullfights, cockfights, dice hunting, wrestling, and playing in the swing. Children played with toy and with the sand houses made by them. Children played with the toy cart and the sand houses made by them. Trade. The trade existed at the three levels: local, overland, overseas. Three levels. One is local, overland, and overseas. The extensive and the lucrative foreign trade that Tamilagam enjoyed during this period stand testimony to the fact that Tamils and had been great seafarers. So, the extensive and the lucrative foreign trades Tamilagam enjoyed during this period stands testimony to the fact that Tamils had been great seafarers. Warehouses for storing the goods were built along the coast. The chief ports had lighthouses, which were called Kalangarai Elangachudar. Caravans of merchants carried their merchandise to the different places in the oxen driven carts. Barter system was prevalent. Barter system was prevalent. And next, Malabar black pepper. When the mummy of Ramses II of the Egypt was uncovered, when the mummy of Ramses II of the Egypt uncovered, archaeologists found black pepper corn stuffed into his nostrils. Archaeologists found black pepper corn stuffed into his nostrils and his abdomen as a part of emblematic process of practice in olden days. There were two kinds of markets, bazaars, in the leading cities like Pohar and Madurai. In Madurai, there were Nalangadi, the morning bazaar, Allangadi, the evening bazaar. Allangadi, the morning bazaar, Allangadi, evening bazaar. In these markets, large varieties as well as large quantities of goods were purchased, sold and purchased. Major ports, Musiri, Tondi, Kurkai. Major ports, Musiri, Tondi, Kurkai. Main exports, salt, pepper, pearls, ivory, silk, spices, diamonds, saffron, precious stones, muslin and sandalwood. And main imports, topaz, tin, wine, glass and horses. And the important notes, silk supplied by the Indian merchant to the Roman Empire was considered so important that the Roman Emperor Aurelian declared it to be the worth weight in gold. Aurelian declared it to be worth its weight in gold. Musiris, the first emporium. Musiris, the first emporium. The Roman writer Pliny, the elder writes of Musiris in his natural history as the first emporium shopping complex of India. The first emporium of India. A temple of Augustus was built at Musiris, which had a Roman colony. Temple of Augustus was built at Musiris, which had a Roman colony. The papyrus document, now in Vienna Museum, the papyrus document of 2nd century BC records the agreement between two merchants, shepherds of Alexandria and Musiris. Shepherds of Alexandria and Musiris. Trade contact with overseas countries. Archaeological excavations have confirmed the trading relations between the Tamilagam and the countries such as Greece, Rome, Egypt, China, Southeast Asia and Sri Lanka. And finally, Kalapras. Towards the end of the 3rd century AD, the Sangam period slowly went into a decline. Following Sangam period, the Kalapras had occupied the Tamil country for about 2.5 century. About 2.5 century. I have very little information about Kalapras. They left neither artifacts nor monuments. They left neither artifacts nor monuments, but there is evidence of their rule in the literary text. The literary source for the period include Tamil Navalacharitai, Yapurangalam, and Periyapuranam. Sevaka Sindhamani and Kundalikas were also written during this period. In Tamilagam, Jainism and Buddhism became prominent during this period. Jainism and Buddhism became prominent during this period. Introduction of Sanskrit and Prakrit language had resulted in the development of new script called Mattilathu. Many works under Padinan Kilku were composed. Trade and commerce continued to flourish during this period. So, Kalapara period is not a dark age. It is a portrayed. So these are some important ancient buildings. Gateway, Han Dynasty China, Pyramid, Mayan civilization Central America, and the Roman civilization Italy. Colosseum. Okay, students. In this video, we have learned about politics of Sangam age and the minus chieftains. Thank you, students.